Sup guys, this is Hooded with another discussion video. Today, talking about Robin. Somebody on Reddit asked me if I thought Robin was a complex character, and I thought it was an extremely interesting idea for its own video. Robin as a character is extremely refreshing, and she's one of my favorites to use. Sakurai made her like the other sword fighters past, except also wielding magic tomes, which makes her very unique. But the question remains, is Robin a complex character? And yes, underneath the slowest running speed and short grab range, she's a very competent and complex character with massive tech to be learned and discovered. It's only right that the game's tactician has a high learning curve, and I'll be highlighting some of her complexities, starting with zoning. Robin's zoning is unlike anything we've seen in the game. Her arc fire is a diagonal tool that covers space decently, and explodes on reaction with the ground. This is different than Ness's PK fire, which only combusts if it hits shield or a person. This lets her use it effectively to ledge guard, and set up traps, and even combo. You can also use her horizontal zoning tool, Thunder, and the 4 levels of it for different situations or scenarios. Her up B also hits below her, and it spikes, and it can be used for different zoning situations if you need to be. Her Nosferatu is her down B, and it's a command grab, and it heals a lot of damage, more than any other move in the game. And it's a command grab, which means that if someone's shielding, you can grab them right out of it. It's like your normal grab, but you can also use it in the air. Recycling books or her sword is also an extremely complex thing about Robin. It may seem like a flaw at first, but it's a huge strength. Basically, when you run out of uses of a tome or her sword, you'll throw it behind you. This is on a counter, so for the sword it's 8 uses, for Nosferatu it's 4 uses, for Thunder I think it's 15, and for Fire it's 6. These are also connected to her jab combos, and Elwyn is somewhere up there, but Elwyn comes back very fast. They all set timers too to set back. Nosferatu takes 40 seconds, Elwyn takes like 10, they're all very minimal. So it becomes a strengthness over a weakness, because you add an entire new dynamic into the game. It's something to be aware of, because you can even grab these items and use them to your advantage. You can Z-drop them and use them as an item. Her sword even kills if you throw it at them hard enough, and her books and sword can jab lock combo. Something very peculiar since she doesn't have any other jab lock moves in her arsenal except this. So I just had to add that in there because something pretty neat that most people don't know about. You can also be reverse and wave bouncer specials. I highly stress this with Ryu and any other character because it's something very useful. It requires better movement, which lets you have better zoning, which lets you have better setups and mix-ups. If you're moving around the screen, you can change momentum in different ways while you're using these specials, which lets you kind of zone on reaction. Using arc fire moving backwards or using thunder moving forwards, for example. I've linked my Smash Corners video where he explains these techs thoroughly in the description, but essentially you can change momentum while also using a special. So to bring it all together, Robin requires a lot of situational awareness. You need to know how many tomes you've used, how many sword uses you use, and you need to be able to position yourself in a way where you can zone many areas at once. Option coverage is a staple in this game, and with a slow wall character like Robin, you need to set traps effectively while also minimizing defensive risks and converting advantages. Robin can look very bland on the surface, but she has many intricacies that could help her potential in the metagame. Before we end, I want to bring her latest buffs to your attention. Her down throw now has a very low knockback that true combos into jab and up tilt at low percent, and up air and up smash at mid or high percents. Her forward air, thunder, and L thunder attacks do more damage, as well as thunder, L thunder, and arc thunder, recovery times being severely minimized. I think the coolest of the buffs though is her first gust of Elwyn has triple the aerial control, which means her horizontal recovery is extremely better. As always, thanks for watching. Hooded signing off.